Hey there, it's Karen Goddard here from seminarboost.co.uk, and I want to go through some practical time management ideas that I use on a regular basis, and hopefully that you'll be able to use too. But some of them aren't that new, some of them you've probably used before. I just wanted to remind you of a few and possibly a few new ones that you don't know about. Thinking time. Thinking time's so underrated. By planning and thinking about what you want to achieve for the week means that you will be able to focus more and actually get more done. So are there tasks that you have set this week, are they in line with your overall goal, your overall message that you want to put out to your customers? So have a think about that. What have you learned for this week? What did you achieve last week? What could you have done better? So trying to learn from all your experiences will save you time in the long run. Planning. Plan for your week, plan for your month, plan to decide exactly what you want to get out of your time and what needs to be done, what calls you need to make, what meetings you need to attend, what you need to schedule in for your week, and then drop it down into your daily planner. And I always use a to-do list. I find it so much easier. The first thing on my to-do list is always to read my goals, to make sure that I'm in line each day and each week. Everything that I'm doing is moving my business nearer to those goals. And then prioritise my list, and I'll come to that in a moment. And I look to see what task I need to do first. I've got daily chores on there that I need to do. I go in and I always write my blog. I try to write my blog every other day. I look at other people's blogs. All the different things that I try to do every single day is on my daily list. And then I just move through, check that I've done everything that needed to be done that was on my list for yesterday, that I didn't get done, and make sure that it's still priority, which moves me into prioritising. I look through and see what must be done, what should be done, and what would be great if it really was done, but it's not really that urgent. And I give them a grading. My really must be dones are A's, my should be dones are B's, and that would be lovely, and my C's. And I go through and I just mark down and decide what really needs to be done and prioritise that way. And sometimes things come up throughout the day that I have to reprioritise. So it's an ongoing process. There's a quote from Brian Tracy who says, "Eat that frog." And so if you can get them over and done with, and do them first and eat your frog first, then you feel so much better. You've conquered it, you've done it, and you can relax all throughout the day. Otherwise it just sits on your list and it's that big thing which is bleeping and flashing at you. I gather and prepare all the things that I need to do. If I've got a project that's coming up, I try and sit, and it's going back to my thinking time and my planning, and pull all the things that I need to gather and prepare before I start my project. Otherwise, you can spend so much time wasted by going down one and going off on a tangent and actually not getting what you want done. Declutter your desk, tidy your desk, tidy up your files, get your creative juices flowing. It makes life a lot easier for you. On my desktop, I make sure that my icons are all tidy, that I use them, that I regularly clear out the stuff that I don't need. Same with my emails. I go through and see which ones that I actually do want to keep, which ones I don't, and file them. I find it quite stressful if I go in and find that my email account is just quite full. Then I feel like I have to do something with them, and a lot of the time I don't. They just need filing. If I haven't got time to file them all, I will just pop in a little file marked pre-June 2010 and put them all in there. They're all there still, I just can't see them, and it just makes me feel better. I also try to avoid interruptions. If you can do this sort of an hour a day, it's fantastic. Turn your phone off, turn your mobile off. Make sure that you've got no bleeping messages coming through on your mobile. Shut down all your applications, Facebook, emails, all the things that come in and distract you. Ask your family and your colleagues to not disturb you for that hour. You will find you get so much done within that hour. It's quite amazing. You ended up focusing on the task in hand. That way you will get more things done. And it is the usual. When you go on holiday, you can get 2 weeks work done in 2 days. Well, exactly the same process. It's just by focusing and deciding that you've got to get it done, so you focus and get on with it. Allow yourself some allotted time slots. Sometimes we have to go in and do things that do take some time on the internet, and you can get swallowed up in it if you're doing research. What I try to do is I tend to look at things like Facebook. I do quite a lot of internet marketing through Facebook and Twitter, and what I normally do is I allot myself 15 minutes of time to go through and to do those. Otherwise I'll just spend all day literally looking and playing on there when I really should be working, and is not being productive. So by just downloading a little timer that you can get really easily off of the internet and setting it for say 15 minutes, and then at least you're aware that you've only got those 15 minutes to go in, find out what you want to do, say what you have to say and get out, and then you can get on and move on to your next task. If you're like me, you probably get loads and loads of videos sent to you which you really want to watch, which look really interesting and you know have got lots of information in them. Well, what somebody's introduced me to is something called downloaderhelpnet.net, and I'll put below this there's a PDF for you to have a look at, and it's got all the information in there. But basically it's a little program that can download the videos that you want to watch, and then there's another video called videolan.org, and that lets you watch your videos, but you can actually double speed them, so you can speed them up. So this is brilliant. So most people speak relatively, when they're doing videos and recordings, they actually speak at quite a slow rate. So what you can actually do is speed them up. What I do is I speed them up to double speed, and then I find that I can watch the video in half the time, and it's brilliant. A lot of the time as well, you get really useful information through the videos, but there's a sales pitch right at the end. And if you're not interested in that, you can actually just speed through it, so wind it through. So it's a fantastic piece of kit, and I thoroughly recommend it. So I want to keep this as short as possible. What I've done is I've put a PDF together of 22 pieces of information that I think will save you some time. Pop your details into the registration note below, and what we'll do is we'll get that to you straight away, and then it gives you all the download links, and also give you some more information and some more ideas that I've got. This is Karen Goddard, seminarboost.co.uk. I hope you found this useful, and I will speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.